Hey guys, now I went to go and see. If you don't know what these pins are referencing, it was Haunted Mansion 2023. I have to be specific about which one because there was a Haunted Mansion in '03. And can I just say, this one blew that one out of the water. If I could recommend one Haunted Mansion, it'll be this one. Now, they did go with an original story, which was, the basic synopsis is a man does not believe in ghosts and gets conned into going to the elusive Haunted Mansion. Now, this is actually set in New Orleans, which is, I believe, where the Disneyland's version of Haunted Mansion is set, which is near New Orleans Square. So it makes sense. And he goes into the house, and he is very much a skeptic. And when he gets back home, one of the ghosts, I believe the Submariner, follows him home, and, well, let's just say he proves to this guy that, yeah, ghosts are real. And the house actually has a history of this. If you go into the house willingly, let's just say, well, a ghost goes home with you. But the ghosts themselves want to thrive and survive. But there's actually a bad ghost. A poltergeist, you could say. And this is actually one of the legends of the Haunted Mansion. I'm not going to say which character is the poltergeist, but our 5 main heroes work together to get rid of this poltergeist. And let's just say the ghosts don't want to leave, and they becomes a massive big old party, which is exactly what is in the actual ride. Now, my sister and I went to the Walt Disney World's version, but I would say this is probably closer to Land's version, and it had a lot of iconography from the ride. So you had the duelists, you had Madame Leona, you had the stretching room, you had the endless hallway, you had Constance Hatchaway, you had one of the other one of her husbands. It had a lot of, and it even had the attic and the seance room. It had a lot of iconography that didn't feel shoehorned in. It felt organic. It had the ballroom. It had a lot of the images from the ride, which I thought which worked well. And it had a lot about grief and how to deal with grief, and which I thought was well handled. Like, all of the human characters were so well done that they played off each other. Like, if you felt like you could identify with at least one of them, and they were like us, just guests going through, and they had the doom buggies. I thought so well handled that you could either go into the movie not experiencing the ride and still have a lot of fun. But if you had experienced either Disneyland or Disney World's version of the ride, you would go, oh Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I recognize those. I thought that was so well handled. And yes, these two did make an appearance. I thought I think they definitely took a lot of they definitely looked at pirates as a sort of a guide to how you should translate or even the Jungle Cruise, which came out a couple of years ago, how to create a movie based on an attraction, but not really like make it goofy. Like those elements of horror, elements of that goofiness, which is clearly throughout the ride. Like everything within the house is very serious and a little bit scary. And once you go out of the get through the attic and you see the get into the graveyard, it becomes a little goofy. So they definitely had that element, the goofiness and the little bit of horror. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. I think Rosario Dawson definitely held her own as being one of the three sort of female characters. The actor that is I think it's Ben. I think it's Ben. I think played a lot of the characters I knew. Like I knew Rosia, I knew Jamie Lee, who's the queen of horror. Well, her mum has the famous horror scene. You have Owen Wilson. You have Danny DeVito, who mum calls Shorty. You have Jay Leno in a role, which actually worked for him actually to be in the movie, especially with some of the videos he's done, some of the things he's done in these movies lately. I thought so well done. And the two that I didn't know, which was Rosie's kid and the grieving husband, I did not know them from a bar of soap. But I think they worked well off them, and the medium they brought in. I didn't know her either, but they balanced off each other so well, which is different to the 03 one, which it felt very like Eddie and his family felt very shoehorned into the situation, and it didn't gel. Like, it was a very mishy-mashy movie. This one, it felt coherent. That's all I can say about that. And you think I'll be dragging my mum to see it? Hell yeah. I think she will thoroughly enjoy this, and this is very much, I think, might become a bit of a horror Halloween staple in my order, along with Nightmare Before Christmas. This might become a bit of a Halloween staple. Now, if you sat through Haunted Mansion 2023 or that crappy 2003 version, write which one you prefer down in the comment section below. And have you been on the ride? Please also let me know, and I shall see you very soon. Ciao.